Hi Capricorn, welcome to your mid-September 2021 General Tarot Update. It's Rena here. Sagittarius vibes. But I would say even like Aries. Okay. The heart of the matter is the King of Wands. This is an alpha male type of energy. I immediately thought of you, even though this is supposed to be fire energy, Leo, Aries, or Sag, in terms of people that you would be drawn to, probably first and foremost an Aries person, cardinal sign. Even though you might find that there's a little bit of friction there, there still can be a lot of attraction. But this is somebody who is very much their own man, if you will. Do I want to make it a gender thing? Well, I know sometimes I will see like a tarot reader, and usually, you know, they're females, and they will say like, oh, well, it can be, you know, any gender. But I like to keep it true to the gender that represents, because then it makes it more specific, and yet it is a quality. So I think it's a quality you can embody, and it doesn't have to be, oh yes, this specific gender, and that's the end of the story. No, I think it could be possibly something that is a part of you, and it's really a feeling of being of ultimate autonomy, but also believing in yourself to the utmost degree, and being totally proactive, totally your own person. And although I do associate Capricorn with, you know, certainly a success mindset and everything like that, sometimes I think Capricorn does tend to follow the template that is laid out before them, rather than forge their own trail and create for themselves certain things. And of course, you know, of course there are Capricorns who start their own businesses and create things, their own brand and all that stuff. That'd be foolish of me to say such a thing. Any sign can do that. But what I'm saying is that the temperament of a Capricorn is to follow the tried and true, because your ruler is Saturn, and Saturn is about tradition. So, and also Saturn is about structure. So trying to create your own structure isn't, I mean, you know, creating that yourself instead of stepping into something that's already been created. That's a little bit radical for Capricorns. And yet some of you may have Sag, you know, you Sun in Capricorns may have some inner planets that are Sag related, that are much more like, hey, I need to do my own thing. I can't just follow it. And actually, you know, it's funny because the past position is associated with Sag, the Temperance card. And this is, you see the angel that has one foot on the land and one foot on the water. That's perfect for Capricorn, because you are, you know, so acclimated to having both your feet on the ground. But this is really teaching about the spiritual as well. And if you are just trying to be this, maybe even free yourself, since the King of Wands is in the central position, it might just be what you're aspiring to do. If you don't bring in the spiritual, and you're just focusing on something from the, the material point of view, to me, you're missing a lot of what it's about, and it's imbalanced. The Temperance card is connected to having that sort of balance in your life. And one of the, like with the King of Wands, you may be, it's like wanting to be emancipated from some sort of life that feels too controlled. And you really feel like you have what it takes to chart your own course, then you have to be motivated by more than just this idea of like success in the worldly sense, or else it will be of a limited variety, and it's not necessarily in your favor, so to speak. So please keep that in mind as you are trying to accomplish certain things, is that your accomplishments are about more than just the glory of material success. The higher message is the Two of Cups. And so this is a card of reuniting with someone. I've been getting this theme in various forms. This can be a card of commitment. So maybe the King of Wands is somebody that you're involved with, and you're not so sure about it, if you want to go there, and it is about commitment. Or it can be a card of reuniting with someone. So that's another possibility of that focal point of King of Wands, is that might be the person who, maybe the one that got away, the person that you're currently seeing, and maybe they want you to commit to them, and you're the one that's unsure. And perhaps you're unsure because, I would say, if you are unsure and you really do have feelings for this person, you may feel that they are very strong in their behavior, and it might feel like it's a bit of a power struggle, and you're afraid that it's going to just keep going in that direction. But the higher message of the Two of Cups can be about compromise, about learning to commit to. When you commit to somebody, you're not just saying, yes, I will spend the rest of my life with you, but it's also just like with if the person decides to get married, and there are marriage vows for a reason. It's not just like a ritual. It's to acknowledge that sometimes, we have a tendency to think about ourselves and all that. And it's really about engaging what it means to commit, what it really entails. It's not just about a party and a ring. It's about a day-to-day situation. With the Mercury retrograde, sometimes this can be that there's somebody from the past that you really want, are still hung up on. And so you have to acknowledge that, because even if this King of Wands individual is very attractive, desirable, what have you, you still may have that bit of energy like connected to that individual. What crosses you is the Page of Pentacles. Well, Mercury retrograde for sure. And that can bring somebody from the past. Maybe this is the person, the of the earth element, and perhaps that isn't the right person for you. Maybe you have used your desire to still be in that relationship as an excuse not to commit. And sometimes it's really interesting, because a person can be very have a tendency to always get involved with somebody that they eventually have to part ways from. And they do that because they claim that person can't commit, but really they have the issue with commitment. And so you may have finally found somebody who you respect and who is very generous and kind to you, and yet you're pining away for this other person. Now, the page can be immature. This Page of Pentacles in the challenge position, maybe they are very, well, I would say this can even be like the Mercury Retrograde coming into to kind of mess things up a little bit. And yeah, you know what? That the Temperance card, maybe that's a Sag individual. Maybe, if not the Sun, maybe Sag rising, that you have to leave. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse is like the Mercury Retrograde, which is bringing that person back into your life. If sometimes the higher message card, maybe that is the element of the individual who is right for you, which would be water. And certainly Capricorn gets along a lot better with water than with fire necessarily. What's coming in is the Six of Swords, and this is leaving behind drama. And if you are involved with a fire sign like Aries or Sag, one of the things that can come up in that combination of earth and fire is that the fire signs really crave like freedom, and that can also extend, maybe they don't want to work a 9-to-5 job and you just think that's sacrilegious or something, and you think that's irresponsible. Maybe they don't want to have to do the things that you think are traditions. Like you might cling to traditions that are very near and dear to your heart and feel like this is, we know how we should do things, and they feel like traditions are relics. They're of the past and we have to always look forward. And Capricorn may feel that there's like a flighty nature with the fire, or a flaky nature, unreliable, and they can almost like regard that person as a child and not be very kind of almost be dismissive of that individual. So be careful about the attitudes and how that you have towards a potential partner or a partner, and how you relate to them, even if you feel that there are certain things that are true, that it's not about what you're saying, but it's about the reality of the situation. You still have to realize that you're viewing it through your lens, and you might be quite stern about it, and they may just be more open-ended with their life, and they're not that concerned about decorum, or what other people think of them, and you might be more wanting that reputation. You rule the 10th house, and part of that is your public reputation. So that might be something you guard very very seriously and take very seriously. What's coming in is the Six of Swords. That is moving away from any kind of lack of peace in your life. And sometimes this can even be like a relocation, physical move. If so, it might be to get away from a controlling person who's still trying to, be in your life, but you know that it's not going to work. I think Capricorns can be very realistic about their prospects in any kind of situation, and they're, I don't think Capricorn is afraid of cutting something off that they feel is not going to work. And I think even with leaving a job, for instance, if you feel that there's too much drama in the workplace, like with the Six of Swords, that could be even like with coworkers and things like that. I could definitely see a Capricorn person who is developed enough to have that ability to be self-aware as well as aware of other people's behavior, that you say, you know what, sayonara, I'm out of here, I can't do this. And that you have confidence in yourself enough where you know that you can get work whenever you need it. The outcome card is the Queen of Pentacles, and this can be, maybe you are working from home, starting your own home business, but, and certainly with the King of Wands as the centerpiece, I could certainly see that might be what is going on. But in any case, you are maybe spending some time enjoying the fruits of your labor, which is probably not easy for a lot of Capricorns to do. So kudos to you if you are taking that time to smell the roses. Because you might even be planting some roses, although it might be too late where I live to plant roses. I don't know. But there's that sense of connection with the earth, connection with your home, and knowing that you are financially in a good place right now. And that makes you sleep like a baby to know something like that, because no matter what else is going on, at least you have that. And that is quite a bit, and you might be very grateful for it. Okay, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. If you would like a private reading, I'm promoting my double readings, double chart readings called the Whole Enchilada. No, that's actually a chart reading combined with the tarot is called the Whole Enchilada, and that is a special price. And I also have another specially priced reading, an hour of natal chart interpretation with an hour of transits for the upcoming year for a special price. That's called the deep dive reading, and I have other types of readings. You can follow the link below for more information and to order. Have a great mid-September, Capricorn. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.